up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. Salah. First, verse 1 and 2 talks about, God, He owns this earth. It belongs to God.
That's right.
Because of Satan's rebellion, he's the one that got the rule and dominion over the earth, but he only has it for a short period of time. But really, he's the principality of the air. He's the ruler over this earth.
Right.
God is the ruler of the earth. It all belongs to Him. But we once walked in rebellion whenever we were out there in the world and we were sinners, but we're not to walk in rebellion no more.
Right.
We're supposed to follow after the Spirit of God. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4. God is a good God, and He's good all the time.
Amen.
Has everybody been studying the Word this week? Have they been seeking God's face?
Amen.
Seeking to bless Him? 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. My page doesn't seem to want to turn. You can kind of hold your place in Psalms 24 if you want. We may be going back there. But in 2 Corinthians 4, and I'm going to start in verse 3 instead of 4. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So remember, when we was out in the world, the gospel was hid to us. We were blinded. Our eyes was blinded, and we didn't come to the light. And verse 4 says, In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds. The God of this world is Satan, he blinds our eyes. Of them which have believed not. Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine upon them. So without the light of Jesus shining upon each one of us, we would have never got saved. But that light had to shine. That blindness had to be removed from our eyes, and we was able to see that Jesus Christ is our only hope. And we find salvation through Him. So we're not to walk in blindness no more. Once we come to Him, we've come to the light. We're not to walk in blindness. We're not to walk in rebellion no more. We're children of God, and we should follow the Spirit of God. Jesus is going to rule this earth one day. You go back to Psalms 24. But Jesus is going to rule this earth one day. And it's going to be a new earth and a new heaven and a new Jerusalem is going to come down. And when the rapture takes place, those that's made themselves ready and adorned, we're going to go with Christ and meet Him in the air. We're going to go into that wedding feast for 7 years. And after that 7 years, then we're going to come back, and that's when Jesus is going to be riding on that white horse. And all the saints, we're all coming back with Him. And that's whenever He's going to fight and put Satan in the pits of hell, And then we're going to rule and reign with Jesus forever. Think about that. We're going to rule and reign with Jesus forever on this earth. Amen. It's going to be a new earth, a new heaven, because it says they'll see the new Jerusalem coming down out of heaven. And that's where the new earth's coming. It's going to be us, the glorious church, God's people. We're coming down out of heaven from that marriage feast. We got to make ourselves ready to be ready to go to that marriage feast. But I had some other scriptures there. You can look them up on your own. Ephesians 2 and 2 and 1 John 5 and 19. I'm not going to go there this morning. I don't feel the leading of the Spirit. I wrote it down, but you can look them up. Because we don't walk in rebellion no more. We walk in the light of Jesus. We're supposed to be new creatures. We're born again, But let's go back to Psalms 24 and verse 3 through 6. Says, Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, or who shall stand in His holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessings from the Lord,